More flooding in Ruidoso on Thursday afternoon required 3 swiftwater rescues, including of a person trapped inside a trailer, according to the local media. The flooding is just the latest round to hit the beleaguered village of Ruidoso and surrounding area since late last week, when floods swept 3 people, including 2 children, away from a mobile home park. They were later found dead. According to local media, emergency managers and members of the public reported 10 flash flood impacts in roughly an hour between 12:50 p.m. and 1:43 p.m. on Thursday. That includes 3 swiftwater rescues, 3 road closures and other problems, according to the local media. One of the rescues occurred for a person trapped in trailer just south of town, and south of the Rio Ruidoso, according to the service. Post-fire flooding has continued to hamper recovery from the South Fork and Salt fires that burned more than 1,000 structures in the Ruidoso area last summer. After the fires, monsoon rains fall on hydrophobic soil sitting on fire-scorched mountainsides, where there is little vegetation to hold back floods or debris flows. Public safety alerts around 1 p.m. from the village noted that rapidly rising floodwaters threaten drivers along U.S. Highway 70. The village also closed it for about an hour. In addition to the swiftwater rescues and highway closure, emergency managers reported that the Cherokee Mobile Home Park was flooded and inaccessible. No deaths were reported with this latest round of flooding. However, there were 3 reported swiftwater rescues. It started getting heavier and I got the notification on my phone that the flooding was happening on the highway, so I ran over there and checked, and sure enough, fire trucks were already over there and I came through and started honking real quick and let everybody know, said Zachary Phillips, a Ruidoso resident. The rain Thursday fell over the Salt fire burn scar, contrary to last week's event, where rainfall inundated the South Fork fire burn scar. We didn't realize it was going to come down our way just because it had been in Midtown for so long, said Priscilla Teo, a Ruidoso resident. Residents said even though they have been living in Ruidoso for 30 years, they have never seen flooding quite like this. With plenty of monsoon season still ahead, the flood threat still looms large. Many said they remain worried about future flood risks. It's going to happen again. And the last time we had casualties, and unfortunately, unless we can figure out a real battle plan, said Phillips. A lot of people are scared to come into Ruidoso, so now they're scared to be tourists here, and because they don't want to be wandering around not knowing if they're going to go home or not. And for us that we live here, it's hard to know if we're going to have a home to come to, said Teo. They put their helmets on, they go to work, and they go in there and get those folks and get them to safety, said Ruidoso Mayor Lynn Crawford. According to Mayor Crawford, 2 people were rescued from the Cherokee Mobile Home Park on Highway 70, just southeast of Ruidoso. He says one person was rescued from their home after water levels got too high to leave. The other was rescued in the water after being swept away. We did have a few that decided, I'm going to stay, I'm going to ride this one out, but later got a phone call and had to go in and save them, Mayor Crawford said. Rescue teams in Ruidoso Downs were also busy today. Ruidoso Downs police say several people were rescued from the Freedom Bloom trailer park, including children. There were no injuries. I know people have emergency fatigue, but we got to pay attention, Mayor Crawford said. Mayor Crawford said the Cherokee Mobile Home Park rescues could have been prevented, and is pleading with the public to listen to evacuation orders and other crucial announcements. After losing 3 lives last week, we're all very much aware of that, and so that's on top of our minds. So, when we ask people to evacuate, we would ask them, please, I know it's not comfortable, I know it's not fun, but please evacuate, Mayor Crawford said. Although the rescues were successful, they were a painful reminder of flash flooding that hit. I wouldn't say a carbon copy of what happened today, but a very similar setup, he said. Preliminary reports indicate the area received just under an inch of rainfall in less than 3 hours Thursday. Grulich said heavy rain fell across both the 2024 Salt Fire and the 2022 McBride Fire burn scars, with the Salt burn scar getting the most and causing flooding in and along the Bear Canyon area. Meanwhile, a community effort is helping buy school supplies for families affected by last week's catastrophic flooding. There are local drop-off sites for donations, and those outside the area can help by either purchasing supplies or donating money to a designated fund. Ruidoso resident Meg Maedgen, a mother and former schoolteacher, said she got the idea when she got a message from the local school district with the upcoming semester's school supply list, while she was out helping neighbors immediately after the flood. I just thought, these people don't need to be thinking about that right now, Maedgen said. These people have to rebuild everything they've ever worked for. They're not going to be wanting to go buy school supplies. After talking with area school districts and others, Maedgen put together a Facebook page, School Supplies for Ruidoso, where those wishing to help can either purchase supplies directly from an Amazon wish list or donate money through the Lubbock-based nonprofit Found. We did get a few reports of rainfall just over an inch, but those were off of the burn scar more near Alto, he added. The previous week saw significantly more rainfall, about 2 to 3 inches in an hour. The forecast for the next few days includes a 50 to 60% chance of rain, with thunderstorms moving from south to north. I'd say the best way to encapsulate the forecast is that there just continues to remain that chance for precipitation developing each afternoon with slight variations in the chances of precipitation, but we're still seeing roughly 40 to 50% at least throughout the next few days for the Ruidoso area, Grulich said. Residents should continue to heed all warnings and have a plan in case a warning is issued. Bay Hirschfeld, a spokesperson for the village, said emergency responders have been bracing for this amid monsoon season. Asked what precautions the village was taking, Hirschfeld said, "Every precaution. We have multiple groups here. National Guard, swiftwater rescues. We have our crews on the ground who are staged at multiple places, all of the emergency alerts that we have layered in." Hirschfeld said one of the rescues involved a motorist stuck in his vehicle. "We had National Guard and 2 swiftwater teams extract the man to safety," she said. "No injuries to either the civilian or the responders." Hirschfeld said there were reports of another swiftwater rescue in Ruidoso Downs, though she didn't have any information about that reported rescue because Ruidoso Downs is in its own jurisdiction.